Hello friends, today I'm going to tell you a very important topic in this video. So I request all of you to watch this video till the end to know about the preparation tips for your SSC board exams. The students those who are going to attempt their SSC board exams should watch this video, and the students who had prepared and done with their SSC board exams, so all the best for your results, upcoming results. But the students who are left out with their SSC board exams, here are the few of the tips I would request you to watch here and to listen it. So first of all, you need to have an aim of getting full 10 by 10. Always I guide my students as a teacher that you should first of all aim to pass all the subjects, and then you have to aim to get full marks at the second level. Okay, so here the first thing you need to have is you should have patience and work hard. You need to keep a constant hard working effort towards your subject. Let us say your subject is a difficult subject of any other subject like mathematics, so you need to keep a constant hard working towards subjects until you score the good marks in that. So next here, the first point comes here under the preparation of your SSC board exams is you should have good timetable which will make your preparation very easy. See, unless and until you don't have a good timetable pasted on your wall in front of your study table, you cannot achieve your goal. This is my foremost request to all the students of SSC 10th class board exam students, those who are preparing for your 10th class of any of the board. You need to have a good and proper timetable. The timetable should be well arranged, it should be properly maintained, and it should be according to the order of your difficulty level, moderate level and easy level of the subjects. Okay, all of you, so the same thing I have mentioned it here also. Without a proper planning, it's very almost difficult to you to reach a target. Therefore, to make it effective preparations, students should be having have to prepare the study table, study timetable first of all, and then you have to stick to the same timetable only. Don't divert from the timetable. List and prioritize the subjects you need to study. That means take the subjects first and the foremost, the subjects which are difficult to you, then go with the average level subjects and go with the easy level subjects. In the next slide I will be showing you the timetable format, or the sample timetable where you can prepare according to that, or you can prepare your own timetable also. So here I have prepared here with a sample timetable here, which I have done with a random timetable here, but you can go according to this format. So first of all, you need to change the timing here with the timetable time as 7:30 a.m. to, you can see, I would request you to 4 to 5 a.m. would be your starting morning time for the study hours, because the morning time is very good for it gives you 100% result, because brain will be active in the morning time. So start your timetable with the morning 5 a.m. or 4 a.m., or if you could get up at 4 a.m. it's well and good, and till 6:30 maintain your study plan. And you first of all at 10-15 minutes write your timetable and write down at today what I am going to do, and then go ahead with it. Then comes the 8 o'clock onwards or 7:30, whatever you can feel flexible with your school timings, and get up from your study table and get ready for your school and go for the school. There will be school timings for few students till 4:30 or 5 o'clock, so you can write here as school hours here. And then it comes the next here as your lunch break or your snacks time. After school you will be having snacks time, take the rest for some time, then you start your study hours as self study by yourself at your home. Then you can go for a walk if you require, for 1 hour walk, and then you can spend some time with your friends. So I would request you, don't spend much of the time with your friends, just have a casual talk with them and come back to your home, because your aim is to have to get better marks in your 10th class. Then comes 6 to 6:30, I would request you to go with the formulas mugging up here. So whenever you feel any of the formulas in mathematics or physics or any of the subject where there are the formulas where you're not getting it, that means you can revise with those formulas and you can learn those formulas, students. Okay, all of you. Then you can have 2 hours of study, which is very much important to you. Practice, and practice only will make you perfect. Then comes again half an hour of dinner or leisure time, you can spend your time here. Then again 2 hours of study is required here. Then I would request you can go with the pending chapters. That means if you have any school homeworks, or if you have any school works, you can do it, or any chapter which is left out for your study, you can do it here. And till 11 o'clock, and schedule your time here till 11 o'clock. You would request you go with the till 11 o'clock, because you are going to get up again at 4 o'clock. So nearly of 7 to 8 hours of sleep is also required. So if you don't get a sleep of 7 to 8 hours, it's not beneficial for your health also. Okay, all of you. So if you get up at morning 5 a.m., then go with 11 a.m. If you get up at morning 4 a.m., then go with 10 a.m. of your timetable. Okay, all of you. So this is a sample timetable you can prepare by yourself. Next come the sufficient time should be devoted to the self study. So after school or coaching, every student should have sufficient time here to go with the self study here, because until and unless if you don't study by yourself, don't learn by yourself, don't take interest by yourself, you are not going to get anything here. You must spare enough time so that you are able to achieve some prefixed target here. So you need to spare your more time on your studies, your self study only, because he had been written here small proverb here. Just because he covered it, don't say that I learned it, I know everything, I can learn afterwards. During exam time, many students prefer to learning during exam time, which is a wrong thing here, all of you. But you need to read every day. Every day practice only will make you get 10 by 10 points in your 10th class board exam. So I would request you everyone to do self study and stick with your timetable. The next slide goes here. Adopt best study habits to excel in board examinations. So here the sentence says here that you need to have best study habits. That means one day I prepared, one day I started, I got much energetic that today I need to study for my exams, but tomorrow again you'll forget and you say that no, I again I have some other work, I'm not getting interest, or some other dummy reasons you give to yourself, and you again skip with your timetable and you don't study. But that is wrong thing here. So at least for 1-2 weeks, if you continuously stick to your timetable and work for your timetable according to your timetable, you are surely to get a subject or study habit. To perform well in the board exam, every student must have some important study habits which could help in the stand in the queue here. So here students, creating a study plan and sticking to it, being punctual and disciplined in the academic is very much important here, everyone. So you need to be very much punctual and disciplined here. See here, one many important thing I would request you to tell your students that punctuality and discipline is very much important. You need to keep a balancing to your academic and professional life, your personal life also. I'm sorry, to your personal life also, because these are two good qualities it has been told here, which is maintains your subject, your study habits. Okay, all of you. So punctuality towards a subject and discipline towards a subject and your family members are very much important. Give enough time to your family also, and give same time to your study hours also. If your parents are asking you, calling you for some other work, please maintain the same kind of discipline to your parents also. Don't ignore them. Don't say that I'm having my this work and that work, I could not do it. But spend some time with sharing your feelings and your things with your parents also. Okay, all of you. So here are some of the best study time I mentioned here, which daytime or night time. It depends on students. Students like to do reading at the daytime. You can do at daytime or night time at the night time, because night time students feel that it's silent, it's peace, it's a fewer distraction. See, until and unless you are distracted with your friends, don't sit with your friends. Do your self study, and you can have more relaxed. You can have creative efficiency. Daytime also has some advantages here. You can have more energy. Daytime, you have more energetic, and you have high ability to concentrate, study with your friends. Some students prefer to study with your friends. You can go with your friends also, unless they don't distract you. Okay, all of you. Fine, moving on to the next slide here. This slide also shows some of the best time to study here. You can check it out here, all of you. 4 to 6 a.m. night time, and brain functioning. These are some of the researched article here being shown here, all of you can note down here. So do breathing exercise here. Regular prayers are required here to have God blessings also, and have a balanced diet. So next comes here best strategy to learn long answers. Now I have seen many students feeling difficult to learn long answers. So why do they feel difficult to learn long answers? Is because they don't have a strategic for getting that long answer faster as per the other students. See, first thing it becomes is their interest. Okay, all of you. So here it says that you should not be panicking by seeing the long answer. It's very long answer. I will not study now. I will not get it now. If you understand and read that subject, that answer, you will obviously get it. So here is the way here they've been told here. So you must a student must prepare a strategy for the long answer, like breaking the into the paragraph. So you break down those long answer into small paragraphs. So first you complete this paragraph, then you complete the second paragraph, then you complete the third paragraph. So if you're done with the first paragraph, write down, practice it in your notebook. If you completed with the second paragraph also reading, then again practice the same paragraph, again next paragraph also in a notebook, and the third paragraph also. In this way, then afterwards you go with the full answer reading. I am sure that you will be getting the full answer, complete answer in a very easiest way. Okay, all of you. And you need to have real life situations so as to attain them in the brain. So writing them on paper and relating, yeah, the example, real life situation means think or relate the answer with your real time situation also, so that it will be easy for you to learn. Okay, all of you. So write down, speak aloud, practice, practice and practice. Okay, all of you. So this is a way of reading the long answers. Now, if you are preparing for your SSC board examination, you need to stick with your previous year paper also. So if you are reading thoroughly with your textbooks and with every field, you should not forget with the previous year papers. Prepares you better for the upcoming challenge. So previous year papers are preferred every exam pattern. If you are attending any of the exams, previous year papers will help you out to see the pattern of the exam. When they are done after revision of the whole syllabus, until and unless you don't complete the syllabus, I would say you don't go with the previous year papers. First of all, you complete your syllabus, your reading of your textbook, then you go with your papers. Okay, everyone. Practicing question paper help you track your preparation level and know where you are lacking or where you are strong. So every time, no, some of the students don't prefer previous year papers, don't read the previous year papers, which is very much wrong. You need to know that with the help of the mock test also. So if you are going with the online websites, attending the questions, then it's very much good for you. Otherwise, if you have offline papers with you from your previous students, from your already past students, SSC students, if they give you the previous 10th class papers, you can go with the papers, write down the answers by yourself. If you're not getting any of the answer, I would suggest you read that answer again and practice it again. Moving on to the next slide here, students. So take regular breaks to enjoy yourself. Now, don't go with the continuous long hours of reading. That will make you health issues, as well as it will also burden your mind. It will completely exhaust your mind also. Okay, it will take a lot of energy to exhaust your mind. So now I would request you to take regular interval of break. Let us say that 2 hours you studied, and take 10 minutes or half an hour of break, and then again stick with your timetable and study the next subject. Okay, all of you. Take regular interval of break for 50 to 60 minutes, but I would say you half an hour time is enough for you. These intervals are important to relax your brain and retrieve your energy level to get ready for the study hours. But if you are taking a break, don't go with TV watching or mobile seeing. I would request you go with the meditation, go with the seeing, reading with some other story books, or you can listen to the music at least. Relax yourself. And talk with your parents. That is also one of the benefit, you can say. Talk with your friends for some time, and in that way 30 minutes will be spent. Okay, all of you. Throw away the exam fear and just relax. Don't go with the having lot of stress on the exam. My exam is near. So to avoid this exam fears, I would request you, from the starting onwards, you need to prepare yourself from the start. Fear, anxiety and stress will hamper your preparation and ultimately affect your performance in the board examination. So instead of having tension, start preparing for the exam and relax your mind. You just need to put your effort, just relax, and automatically you come out to be the best. So don't take much of the stress like him. He is taking much of the stress here. So don't take stress here. If you still did not prepare for your start for your examination preparation, this time is also the best time to you, where you can start your preparation and remove your fear from your exams, of your exams. Okay, all of you. So next, do yoga and take proper sleep. Yeah, this is a very important thing I would request you, as doing yoga will help you out in relaxing your mind and refreshing your body and mind physically and mentally. These are some of the yogas exercises which you can prefer using and doing by yourself. You can also go through the online yoga websites. So that's why I'm saying you that doing exercises and yoga will help you out, where we all do celebrate June as International Yoga Day, which is very much important to encourage students to learn yoga and do exercises. I hope you all students do exercise in the early mornings, so it's very much better to you. it also memorizes better and quicker. Okay, all of you. And you need to have to take a proper sleep also. So taking a good sleep also is very much important. Nearby to 7 to 8 hours of sleep is also very much required to you all the students to have a good sleep. Otherwise your mind will become stressed and it will become tired, so you cannot prepare well for your exams. Okay, all of you. Now, moving on to next slide here, students. Now you all have done with your preparation. If you are very much perfect with your preparation now there is no need to worry about your board exam now. So you have to go and do well in your examination. After preparing hard for the board exam, now it's time for you to write your answers correctly and perfectly, whatever you have learned with your hard work. You must follow the proper technique and strategy to write the answers in the best way and complete your exam well. I hope you have done with your proper strategy also of writing your answers on your question paper, of how to write the answers and what are the questions to attempt first, what are the questions to attempt at the last, and what are the best way of answering the questions. All these techniques you have learned it in your preparation time. Now you can attempt your board exam very well without having any kind of fear. Make sure that you have done with your all the attempts of all the questions you attempted it by ticking in your question paper that you have attempted all the questions. Don't leave any of the questions in your exam and come. At least if you know the answer or if you don't know the answer of any of the question, write some of the related answer to it. Let it be of the some of the examples of real time of the answer to it. Okay, all of you, but don't leave any of the questions and come. I would request you students, don't spend much of the time. First of all, you write the easy answers. Once you are done with your easy answer, then if it comes a tough or the hard answer which you don't know, you attempt the answers. Don't leave any of the answers. First of all, you attempt those answers and think of the answers. Don't spend much of the time. Give the time for the difficult answer at the last and divide the time there. If you are seeing that your time is being exhausted much on that answer, leave that answer better. Give some answer, attempt some answer to that question, and you can go ahead with the next answer, all of you. Okay, so in this way you can deal with your difficult questions, but don't leave the complete answer and come. If you leave the complete answer and come, it will be difficult for you to score good marks in your examination. Okay, all of you. So now very quick, let us recap with all your tips here. So here the conclusion or the summarizing of the tips here is: know the exam pattern and question paper design and prepare the timetable according to that here. Prepare strategy for the exam before you take it. So timetable is very much important here. Strategy planning is important here. Use first 15 minutes effectively here. So these are the very important tips for your examination. Don't worry about tough and complex problems. Understand the worth of each question. Worth means the value of each question. Every question is important. If it is a half mark question or if it is a 1 mark question, every question is very much important. Don't leave any question here, all of you. Understand the value of each question, because 0.5 marks also will make you down with your rank or with your point. Maintain speed and accuracy hand in hand. Don't spend much of the time in that. Maintain speed and accuracy in that. Okay, all of you. So finally, all the very best to you, all of you. Attempt your exams well. Don't get panic and do well and come. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for watching.